In this video, we're going to explore more of AWS Account. We will walk through the AWS Management Console and see different ways of how we can interact with an AWS account and also making changes to our resources. So, the Management Console is where you can control pretty much everything in AWS. Actually, you may already have seen it because after you create your AWS account and sign into it, that is the panel you'll be navigated to. It is the #1 most popular way to interact with your AWS resources. It supplies an intuitive user interface that allows you to navigate to various services and provision resources in the AWS cloud. The AWS Management Console might be the place to start if you're new to cloud or experimenting with a new service. It is also great for non-technical roles. For example, if you just want a quick visibility on the billing and invoice information or the usage of the account, you can easily do that. And for technical roles, if you're building things in the AWS cloud or you want to test something before doing your infrastructure as code or writing your Terraform configuration, there's a good chance that you're doing it through the Management Console. Now let's talk about the root user. Your AWS account is capable of supporting many users. You can add collaborators and other people to your account, allowing them to work together within the same account. However, there is still one user who has full control over the account and can manage them all. The email that you use to initially create your AWS account will be associated with your root user. This is the user that brought the AWS account into existence. So it makes sense that it is also the only user that can completely delete the account as well, including all the resources and services that you've provisioned. So it is very important for you to secure this user and keep it very secure over the time. One of the best practices is not to use the root user for day-to-day tasks and follow the mandatory security measures such as enabling MFA to better protect your account and root user. Okay, now that you understand the core concepts of AWS Management Console, let's dive into a short demo. So this is the AWS Management Console. You'll spend a lot of time here while you're learning ins and outs of AWS. On the main page, you will notice several things right away. For example, first you can see it displays your most recently accessed AWS services, as well as some getting started information. It also lets you customize your dashboard by adding or removing widgets based on what you find most useful. If you're interested in exploring the full range of services, you can click the Services button in the upper left-hand corner. This can open a comprehensive menu containing all categories of AWS services. For example, by clicking on Compute, it will show you services such as EC2, Lambda, or when you click on the database section, it will show you offered services relevant to this category. The other way to navigate to the AWS services, which is easier, is to type your service name on the search box here, and it will take you to the requested service page. Now, an important note that can be a sticking point for many users who are new to AWS is understanding regions. When you're looking at your resources in the console, it's important that you understand which region you're operating in. As you can see, I'm currently operating in the US East 1 region. If I switch to any regions, I'll only see the resources existing in that specific region. So you might be always consider that when you interact with the Management Console. Now, if you wanted to navigate back to the main console page, you can easily do that by clicking on the AWS icon in the upper left-hand corner. As you can see, it's pretty easy to click around and explore new services in here, so don't be afraid to hop into different pages and give it a try. Next, I want to talk about the AWS Command Line Interface, or CLI. This is another way to interact with your AWS resources just like the console. However, the big difference here is that you're interacting with the AWS by using some commands and codes. The CLI is typically used by developers or system admins. That is because it provides programmatic access through various software development kits or SDKs that facilitates the automation of many tasks and actions within your account and also many integrations into your code. For example, instead of going through different wizards for creating a resource, you can do that easily by using a single command in your code or automate creation or deletion of a resource automatically based on your need, and many other things that you can also think of. The CLI has all of the features that exist in the AWS Management Console. Even sometimes new features are available in the CLI before it gets published in the console and the UI. Okay, I don't want to make this video any longer. We will delve into these topics in more details in other videos, so please make sure you subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video.